Right. How's everyone doing? Happy Monday-Runday. We got 8 people watching right now. Welcome to Monday-Runday. If you guys are new, anyone new out there, we now have about, I think, 188 subscribers at the moment. So welcome all. Had some technical difficulties with the layout. Last week I had computer issues, but now it was all in the layout, so I'm not too worried about it. Just some shorts and things like that. It is what it is. I mean, I'm running 3 rail, anything's possible. So who do we have? We have Henry, we have Gus. Nikki said hi to everyone. We have Justin, John Doe, and those are the only people I could see. Hey, there's Docman Productions. How's it going? Exactly. Yeah, I had so yeah, I have a U-boat on top pulling my ore cars that I just picked up. I just picked up two of those middle cars there, those red cars. One's a Canadian National, and the other one is a Milwaukee Road. And it just shorted out of me. I just had all of this running perfectly, and everything was great. My little transit cars there, I forgot what they are, but my little K-Line transit cars decided to pull in the opposite directions. So, oh man, it's great. So, how's everyone doing? Hopefully, you had a great Monday. Actually, spin this around. There I am. Cool. All right, awesome. Actually, pull this over here. And there's a mess of cords. Stay. There we go. Cool. Then I also have my brand new Strasbourg Railroad mug. Very fancy. I picked this up at Strasbourg. I think we were there about 2 weeks ago. Awesome time. We were there all day, pretty much. Or I was filming there the week before just for fun. And I took Nikki there, and then we did a couple of things that were, a couple excursions that ran up and down. It's pretty cool. The speaker's still going. Sounds like there's a crossing. It's pretty cool. Get this play some rail sounds in the background. Oh, it's a little bit of a horn. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm running a new sound loop. It's called Amtrak Arriving, and it's cut off. It says Amtrak Arriving, so it's an Amtrak. So pretty cool. And if anyone was here last week, I couldn't get the rocket car working, so I decided to mount the rocket on my mic stand, just aimed at me, so it's ready to go off. Whenever. But yeah, that car is toast. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it was in the move or whatever. But those old plastics, once they crack, it's kind of hard to save them. And it breaks my heart. I still have it. I'm not throwing it away. I'm going to try to get parts for her. But yeah, this is the projectile. Way back when that you would probably shoot at your friends back and forth. I think it looks pretty cool on the mic stand. This one's called Fast Freight. It's like a train passing by. It's this guy's library on iTunes. It's called Thunder on the Steel Train Sounds. And it says electronic underneath. I guess that's the genre for this is electronic music. So you can check that out. Yeah, it didn't autofocus. It may never. It's a little dark in here. But apparently, listening to trains, like train sounds on a railroad, is electronic music. So, yeah, play this at the club. Yeah, we did eat the Casey Jones. Yeah, so Casey Jones, when we ate there, the food was great. It was awesome, awesome service. When we went, it was kind of weird because no one was in Casey Jones. So Nikki and I walked up and we're like, "Are you guys open?" And the server was very nice, very polite, and she was like, "Yeah, we're open. We're just no one's here." And we sat down, we started eating, and then people filed in. They have to do like every other table. spaced out or whatever. And it was really funny because it was empty. And when we left, it was completely filled with people. We actually had to wait to exit the dining car. But that no longer works. We asked the hostess or our server, and I asked her, I said, "Hey, where's the old push button?" They have, and if anyone's not familiar with it, there used to be a box on the wall, and it would be a big red button, and they would push that, and the train car would actually shake. It actually, you'd feel it going back and forth. It felt like a real, like you're on a passenger car or dining car on the tracks. She said it broke, and they removed it, which is really sad. I remember doing that when I was a kid, uh, and it's changed a lot. Now the food is so much better than what it was back when I was younger, like in the early '90s, mid '90s. It used to be like hot dogs, like strictly like finger food, like hot dogs, hamburgers, um, I don't know, like cup of soup type deal, like diner style. Now it's a little bit higher end, burgers and entrees. The food was excellent. We had a great time. I want to go back. It was a little expensive, but you're paying tourist price. Food was delicious. Yeah, yeah, I agree. We both got the same burger. I don't know what it was. I know it had bacon. It was really good, but it has changed a lot. Same with Strasbourg. I remember eating at the oh god, that old diner that's there. It's now I want to say it's called the Railside Cafe or Trackside Cafe, or that used to be the original name of it. The food in there was very basic, like hot dogs, like chicken sandwich type deal. You can get a cup of or like an actual foam bowl of chili. It was all right. I mean, it got you through the day, but right now it's a little bit more higher end, and they're trying to really go to the tourist market, which is cool. They're trying to bring in more money. Hey, how's it going? Cat Nuts is here, or Southern Key. Must have been broken for a while. Yeah, when we rode there, or when I was there, not rode there. I think I ate on that car. I want to say like 2018 because I go to Strasbourg at least 2 or 3 times a year. I want to say, and that's like the minimum. During this pandemic stuff, I've actually gone out a lot because it's like one of the only places around me that are running Steam. Like I got the NCR down the street, literally like right down there. I got a railroad, and yeah, they run their GP9s on the weekends. Uh, but if you want to catch a steam engine, you know, go up to Strasbourg. They haven't really stopped. I think they stopped for a little bit, but then they are running trains, so it's great. Package went out today. Yeah, the mail is all screwed up, and FedEx and everything, anything shipping, like yeah, anything you want to mail out, just mail it like 10 days ahead of time. It'll get there one of these days. Oh God, RJ, he's Strasbourg junkie. Wait, hold up. So RJ, look at this. Ooh, we also bought 2 shot glasses because I collect some shot glasses downstairs. And I'll be right back. Whoa, almost crashed. I had to buy one of these. So for the wall. And yeah, RJ's been over here before. Him and JP videos were over. And this is one of my newer signs. I should just wear this over my head for the rest of the stream. But yeah, I love this thing. I haven't unwrapped it yet. Uh, I haven't hammered through the wall, but it's gonna be up there. Hey Randall, how's it going? Can't wait to hear what the wife has to say. Yeah, ooh, yeah, we used to do that all the time. It's funny. I need that sign. Well, this one's mine. I'm sure you could buy these online. But yeah, these. How much was this? I paid too much for it. It was like 15 bucks. But this is the first time I've ever seen these signs at Strasbourg. See, I agree. This is a little pricey. I usually don't go all out. The mug was expensive, but I really wanted like a good mug that could like do a whole Keurig cup. None of that like second button. I want the third button on the Keurig to get a nice cup of Joe every day I go to work. So yeah, I paid out for it. It's stoneware. I mean, it's pretty nice. Dishwasher safe, all that good stuff. Oh, the Rio Grande burger. Yep, that was it. Yeah, it was really good. But yeah, I can't wait to get back there. Those videos need to come out. Like I need to get those out soon. So Nikki and I did the trolley, or not the trolley, the motor car. I can't say trolley. Strasbourg gets mad if I call their motor car a trolley. The Lancaster, Oxford, and Southern. Um, I have to get that video out. It's really cool. I think I talked about that last week. I gotta put the sign somewhere. It's gonna fall. Set it down there. But yeah, I gotta get that video out. It's on my phone still. Yeah, it's between my phone and my gimbal software. I have to retrieve it off of that. Then we did ride the wine train. That was awesome. A little expensive, but it was like a date day. We haven't been out in a while on like an actual date. The wine train, I can highly suggest if you guys are at the age. I know some of my viewers are young lads, but yeah, definitely recommend the wine train or riding in first class and having a drink. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we did buy the wine glasses. Those were cool. They were pretty cheap. I mean, they're like I think 7 a piece or something like that, but they're really nice. Just one of those things like you buy it once, you never buy it again. Like if I break this coffee mug, yeah, I'll buy a new one, but we don't really drink wine that often. Like it's once in a while, but it's kind of cool to have a set, commemorative set of glasses. Was not a trolley. Right. It was not it was a motor car. And I can't call it a trolley because it's a motor car. It's not me who makes these rules. Like I would have just called it, motive power. Make it easy. Oh man. First class too fancy for yeah, same here. Yeah, same here, RJ. Trust me. I would ride on the roof if they let me. Like I don't care. Like whatever the cheapest seat on that train is, I'll ride it. It's fine. I have a little bit more fun filming the trains. It sounds kind of weird, but it's nice to ride it like once a year. But after you have like the screaming kids in your back ears, and then um, you know, people talking and stuff or on the phone. Like when we were on the wine train, it was very distracting. We had a couple to the right of us on the phone the entire trip, like doing one of these things, and it was on speakerphone, and they were videoing someone. And Nikki and I were like, "Are you serious?" Like the whole time, like we paid a lot of money for the trip, and they were just doing that whole game. So, I don't. Sometimes it's nice to ride the train. Like the Christmas train's cool. The summertime train, I want to get on that open air car, but Strasbourg charges more to sit on the open air car. It's like an upcharge of like $3 or $4, but I want to do it at least once just to say I did it. But yeah, I hate that whole like we're on a phone or like on a train car, like on speaker like this on a train. It's just really rude, especially for the price we paid for that excursion. Can't blame me for that. Oh yeah, it was a surprise. Like yeah, she was like, let's ride the or we were sitting in the restaurant. She's like, do you want to ride the wine train? I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess. We looked at each other and then she surprised me. She bought them online and was like, okay, we have a train to get to. I was like, train? Like, I thought we are going home. And she's like, yeah, we're going to ride the train. Hey, Henry, how's it going? I've been on the Strasbourg open air car. It's so cool. Now, was that the Hello Dolly car? Because I think that's the only open air car I know the name. I think it says Hello Dolly, but there is an upcharge for that. But it looks beautiful. I rode in an open air car 2 weeks ago, I think it was at Stewartstown. A lot of fun. It was really nice being outside, even though it was a rainy, nasty day. It didn't rain on me. I had my rain gear on. It was awesome. Open air car, you can get near the locomotive on the way out. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like I always open up the windows too whenever I ride Strasbourg just to get the full experience, the smoke, the coal smell. In the summertime, some of that Amish dank of their farms, I close the windows, but whenever the train's going by, I like to open up the window and wave hi, all that good stuff. Got called to do the yard van tonight. Got a pretty busy start. But things have died out for now. That's good. Yeah, maybe get a cup of coffee if you can. Grab some grab a bite to eat if you can, or just sit back and relax, enjoy the stream. Yeah, Hello Dolly is one of the two open air cars. I rode it when it was originally yellow. I think those cars. No, I'm not sure. I don't know if those cars were featured in Hello Dolly when they showed Yonkers, New York. It might have been their cars. I'm not exactly 100% sure on that, but that might be why they call it the Hello Dolly. Because there is an opening scene. If anyone's ever seen that movie, I think it's a Disney production. Um, they used open air cars, a couple passenger cars. It's a really cool opening scene with a train. Guess I must try it sometime. Yeah, RJ. Whenever you guys are going to Strasbourg, let me know. Or whenever you want to go to Strasbourg, just let me know. We'll uh, we'll make it happen. I'm still kind of mapping out some of the filming locations. I got to try to figure out how to get to where the Amtrak meets. There's a picnic area, but I don't know where you can park unless you park across the street. There's a business there. I think it used to be like a granite and tile business, but years ago it used to be a dairy. They used to do milk run from from there to Strasbourg and back. Will do. All right. Yeah. I mean, I know Jay won the tag along on that one as well, but there's yeah, I don't want to leave him behind. It's such a cool place to be and just get the whole experience. Yeah, number 475 I believe was filmed as the engine for Thomas the Magic Railroad. I think they filmed out of Harrisburg. They filmed 475 coming out of the Amtrak station in Harrisburg. And I think they did do some B-roll footage off the Strasbourg main line there. A couple weird things. There's actually a whole documentary on the conversion of 475 to be whatever engine from Shining Time Station, Shining Time. I think that's it. But or yeah, something like that. But there is a whole documentary on YouTube. I highly recommend it, checking it out. It's a really cool video. They actually did it's like a low budget like film, and I think they did all of those shots in one day. And some of it were like one takers or one liners, but they like painted up the engine, they changed everything out. Um, just crazy, amazing film. Like that intro part is pretty cool. Hey Gus, how's it going? Let's see. When I went to Strasbourg to Video 611, we parked on the bank just outside of the business. Okay, yeah. I mean, if I'm just staying there for a little bit, I'm sure it's not an issue. I'm not going to like deface their parking lot or anything. I'm just going to park my little 4x4 there and just walk to the Amtrak. Yeah, like I said, there are picnic tables there, and there's also a fire pit, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure um, if that's Strasburg's doing or someone put it there, but it'd be really cool to have like a campfire and then sit there all day and watch the trains go by, have a picnic. Sounds like we're in Steam Sounds right now. What is this? It's a Shea number 14 stopping. That's all it gives me. So let's see. Got some rail sounds, some brake sounds. It's kind of cool. Did get to see a BNSF 25th anniversary locomotive today. So that was really cool. Yeah, that does sound really awesome. Like I said, I don't have BNSF around here. I wish we did. Sometimes you get a couple strays that linger. You get a couple of Burlington Northern or ex Burlington Northern trains hooked up to some like CSX equipment coming through. I've only seen that like once or twice, but I believe when I went out to Chicago, they had Burlington Northern. I think it was Chicago. I don't want to like guarantee that, but I believe I saw some Burlington Northern, like the old green and white paint scheme out there. But then when I went further west out to Seattle, it was BNSF, and it's really cool. So we were going to this. If anyone knows like that area at all out in Washington State, there's a Bavarian village up on a hill. I forget the name of it, but on the way to that Bavarian village, we actually followed a main line. It's an Amtrak main line. I think it's all diesel. It's all diesel power, and then it also shares the tracks of BNSF. And someone off one of the stations built a miniature like sit down railroad with a bunch of BNSF engines. They had a small yard. It was all BNSF equipment in a yard, and then across from that was like this guy's private train that said BNSF on the side. They were doing like train rides, like a sit down, like what's it like 8-inch gauge or something like that. I forgot, or 1 foot gauge. Like the tracks were like this wide, if that makes sense to anyone. I think it's 1 foot. But yeah, it was awesome, and that was a mistake. We actually made a wrong turn to get up to that town. I can't think of the town at the moment. Oh, it's called Leavenworth. That's it. It's like literally, it's like going to Epcot in Disney World. It's a miniature Bavarian town. They do like all kinds of touristy things. There's a hotel or two hotels. Like if you literally took a Bavarian town and landed on top of a mountain, that's pretty much it. It's pretty cool. I quickly check the chat on the side because this is acting up again. There we go. Cool. Now, does anyone have any plans for the spring coming up? Any rail fanning or vacationing or adventures do you guys have planned out? Because I've got a couple awesome trips coming up I'd like to share with y'all. It actually, let's see, know why. Just for conversation. I've got a handful of trips coming up. Some of them are with I like to call it my YouTube extended family. I've got a meet and greet through well, there's two. Okay, I've got two events coming up. One is actually two official events, two meetups. So one of them's a historical site. It's they have a trolley park there, or a really old trolley park I'm gonna try to get to while we're at the one location. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So look out for that one. Like I said, it's not really railroad related, but it is history related. So I like to cover that stuff too. But the other park had a trolley stop in it. You guys will see. It's glad to get out this time of year because in the summertime it's going to be very crowded. People come in and they picnic and stuff and all that. 7 ideas Steven past DVD. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean that was a fun trip. Like that whole town, you could party, party hardy there in Lederhosen if you wanted to. Like if you could walk around the whole town and whatever you wanted to, you could dance. It was cool. It was a really cool place. I'm glad I was able to check it out. Hey Jamie, how's it going? Check the See, I've got a couple trips planned, and I have 4 videos to edit down. So this past weekend, and just giving you guys a heads up, this past weekend, I shared some photos, I believe, with RJ. Um, I was at the Mapa Railroad, and basically the Mapa goes from uh, York County, or York, the city of York, not York County, but it is in York County, but that whole city of York all the way down to Baltimore. And the railroad used to meander through the woods of rural Maryland, um, going up through maybe like parts of, it's called Falston, Bel Air, Forest Hill. Used to actually go into Baltimore City in some areas. That was basically the stopping point, and it would meander through the hills and everything. Now, unfortunately, that railroad's very, very hard to track. Um, oh, Seven Idea Productions. No, no problem. I'll check it out. So yeah, that railroad used to meander back and forth, and then eventually it would reach to York. Now, if anyone is from the Pennsylvania area or the Baltimore area, or that as a whole, York is only about 40 to 50 miles, like 45 to 50 miles away from the heart of Baltimore City, where the railroad was. The crazy thing is with this railroad, the extent of track to York was about 77 miles. And that was because of meandering through the trees, through the woods, and the railroad was very inefficient through that and had to do something called switchbacks. And if anyone is familiar with that, it's basically you go back and forth to compensate the grade. So you take the grade in steps, not all in one approach. Uh, Unfortunately, I want to say over 95% of the railroad is abandoned and completely dismantled. Like you can't even find parts of it. There's one YouTuber. His name is Bullfrog. He is I'd call him a local historian. He's a legend in my opinion of local history. He is pretty much the best source to find out where things are. Now, the Mapa Railroad has a couple of landmarks still out in Green Spring, Maryland, but it's very hard to tell where it was. It's all overgrown, or they built a road over top of it, or even moved buildings that were related to the railroad. So I was only aware of one station before. It's in Forest Hill. It's actually a train shop. It's called Forest Hill Station, Forest Hill, Maryland. There, a couple times a year just to pick up supplies and stuff. His station's original was not moved. I went on Google Maps the other day and was just messing around and trying to find local railroads and something to shoot and film. Um, I found that there's one it's called Muddy Creek Forks, Pennsylvania, which is about uh, 10 miles down the road from here. And they have a full station. They have a full set of operating rolling stock. And apparently the town was flooded in 2018 that one of the locals there was telling me about. So I was able to film that location, and that video will be up, I'm hoping, tomorrow. So definitely look out for that video. Anyone watching the replay, it's going to be the Mapa Railroad or Maryland and Pennsylvania Railroad. I'm very excited to put this all together. I'm having some issues with the file sizes of the footage, but it will be done, probably done editing tonight into tomorrow. Now, I've got 3 other adventure videos to put up. 2 of them are railroad related. The other one is transportation related. So it's going to be, it's going to be really cool. I'm really happy about this video. And then in June, I plan to ride the existing Mapa. They do some like maintenance away type excursions. So I'm really excited about that. So, and other than that, I've got a couple meetups with 2 other channels. One is with Matt PG. We're going to go down to another site. And then with JP Videos, he's doing a meet and greet at Horseshoe Curve. I've never been to Horseshoe Curve, so I'm excited about that. And Horseshoe Curve is it's a modern marvel, or it's amazing. Basically, Horseshoe Curve was created to um, step down the grade or fix the grading issues of early railroads that would use cables or rope railroads that would take carts up and down the hill. There's a whole documentary on that. So yeah, RJ, Horseshoe Curve is breathtaking. I also hear it's an earache too, so that brings some earbuds for that one. Yeah, I watched a couple videos. Actually, I think RJ, you posted a video, or and Jay posted a video of it. And I'm just thinking, I need to buy like, well, I have them from playing drums and stuff, but I need to buy like 3M earbuds because the screeching of the wheels and the trucks around that horseshoe is kind of deafening from at least the video perspective. It's pretty rough. Virtual Railfan. I have seen that. So yeah, funny story with Virtual Railfan on that particular feat of Horseshoe Curve. I actually saw a bird take it out once. It was really funny. It like landed on the camera, and then you saw the camera just do like one of these. It just went. Parent. So the bird killed the Virtual Railfan. There's also one at Strasbourg. Oh, now I killed my own camera. There we go. My tripod decided to fall, so I killed my own virtual rail fan up in here. Yeah, lots of squealing. Yeah, I can't wait. It's all part of the experience, right? You know, that's what they always say. It's all part of the experience. What? I still can't hear you. You'll be going to their Horseshoe Curve meetup. Awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. Yeah, Altoona is just a few hours away, so I'm not too concerned on that. I did have some car issues that I battled with today, and I will have to battle some of it tomorrow as well. But I think all the car stuff is fixed. I should be good for this summer. I was just I had a thermostat go up in my car. If anyone, you know, if anyone's a mechanic, basically a thermostat, controls the temperature of your engine, the cooling system of your engine. So I was driving up on 83 on the way home from work last week, and I just saw it's supposed to be like dead center, but I saw it doing like one of these, like three quarters up, and I was like, "Oh God, what's that?" And I had to blast the heat. So I had a very very hot, dry ride home. It was pretty bad. Then I got out of the car, my hair was like that. It was all frizz. It was hilarious. You were on the VR cam live. P was live streaming. Yeah, we'll have to do that. That's awesome. Those are optional. Just take it out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need it, right? Just take some of that gasket stuff, right? And just gasket it in, whatever, Loctite, stick it on the motor. There you go. I wanted to do it myself, but I'd have to then dispose of all the extra coolant and all that good stuff. You know, you got screenshots from it. Yeah, I wanted to actually do that when I was at Strasbourg, but there was something up with the camera that day. You can see it. I think it's on top of the switch house in Strasbourg. And you can see it move around. I don't know who controls that. Like, I don't know if it's like automated or they just sit it there, you know? Yeah, I was gonna say between Loctite, duct tape, and super glue, you can fix anything, right? But yeah, other events too. I'm also going to Knoebels opening day. I've never been before. I've spoke to Jamie about that. Like going to Knoebels and stuff. I've been going there for about 20, let's say 20 plus years, and I've enjoyed it ever since. You know, it's a great park. So we'll be there. Nikki and I will be there on opening day, which is the 24th of April. It's a Saturday. 2 weeks away, right? I think about, well, give or take 2 weeks. Yeah, can't wait for Knoebels. Yeah. So what we're gonna do, the plan of action is that um, some other YouTubers that I know are going to film what is new at Knoebels. The game plan is basically to film the park, give you guys a look around, maybe get some rides testing, all that good stuff. Check in, get our wristbands ahead of all the crowds. Just do a walkthrough, not point out things that we think are new. Just pretty much just do a walkthrough. If we see something a little new or something, we'll say, "Oh, that looks kind of cool or familiar or not familiar or whatever." um, but yeah, that's the plan of action. We're also going to try to film some of the rides there if we can. I know you have to get the ride pass, but we're going to have a good time with that. Then we're going to do a food review. I've never done a food review before, so we're definitely going to hit up a food review at Knoebels. They have like the best food. Yeah, and Nikki's in charge of the food review, so she's going to pick the food. Maybe pick something kind of obscure, then I'll have to eat it, and then you guys will see the reaction. It'll be a great. It'll be a great video. I can't wait. Um, that thing's really whistling. You guys can hear that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I've never filmed at Knoebels before. I was always too scared. Like last year, I brought my camcorder, and Nikki was like, "Why aren't you filming?" I'm like, "I'm scared. I can't do it." But now I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. I'm just filming. What are you gonna do about it?" So yeah, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. Definitely want to try to make it that day too. Yeah, we can shove you on the Phoenix. We can do a group ride. The best if they let you choose seats. If they're doing like the whole COVID seating, they just throw you on. You can say, "Hey, I'm with a group," and there's even a sign that says like, "We're not guaranteed to sit with your party." So if anyone wants to ride with us that day, or if RJ's there, it'd be cool to meet up and walk around, show you certain things. Um, Basically, I don't know how their seating is going to be because last year you basically sat in line. Okay, you're in line forever because of COVID stuff. They only were running one train at a time, which seats X how many people. I think we did the math as about 12 people a train because they spaced you out. So I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do this year. I think things are kind of calming down a little bit. Other than listening to the news, whatever, I just follow what's on my phone, all that good stuff. But if they are running multiple trains, yeah, it'd be cool. But this time, I think they're just like saying, "You two here, you sit there," type of thing. Yeah, we did not ride Impulse last year. The line was ridiculous. So they're only putting like two people on a train. It's kind of crazy. Three. Oh God, you brought a dog on the train. Yeah, not Old Smoky. They'll let you put your dog on the Pioneer train. They're pretty cool with that. Seeing less people wear masks every day. Yeah, it might be because of vaccines and all that. Like I said, I got my shots, but I'm not like 100% back yet. I still feel tired and out of it, but I still wear the mask. It is what it is. I mean, wear the face gaiter. I forgot my gaiter today, and I went to a pharmacy to pick up some stuff. And my mom had like one of those disposable masks, and she's like, "Wear this," and I couldn't really breathe out of it. It was kind of crappy. Um, it's whatever. It was a disposable thing. She said it was powerful. I don't know. Here we go. Get some dust off the computer. See, I've got a couple of cool trains to run tonight that are a little bit different than what I've ran before. Let's see. First time ever I got my I need to look up what they're called. Let's see. I want to get this right. I'm on the internet. It's got to be right. Yeah, the summertime with the mass, like whatever I have to do to go places, but the mass in the summer, uh, it sucked. That's the best way I can say it because you're sweating. then it goes in the mask, and then you smell, then you can't breathe because you're sweating, and then it's hot, all that fun stuff, right? Going to get the hearse. Cheese. And that was out in the West, right? Midwest. Yeah, everyone RJ went to pick up a hearse. So definitely check out those live streams. If anyone's new and hasn't seen RJ's channel, definitely check it out. He went to pick up a hearse with what's Revenge of the Apocalypse. Is that the correct name? I know it's Alan's channel, but okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that was awesome live stream. He live streamed while to and from picking up a hearse, which I think is I can't say the words on here. It's a family friendly channel, but that is really cool. Revenge of the Apocalypse. Okay, yeah, because I am subscribed to Alan's channel. He does have some really cool videos, and his Mustang has teeth, which is really cool. It's all modded out. But yeah, oh yeah, RJ got to drive the Mustang, so that's pretty cool. People are getting more brave. So I'm gonna look up this train. I don't want to get it. I don't want to mess it up. The teeth light up. What? That's awesome. Let's see. BNO. Or here's a picture I'm trying to find, and it does not. Oh, come on. Trying to find the official name of this type of train. I can't find it. I'm looking it up for your guys' enjoyment. Trying to find it. Hmm. Love the Mustang, but that seat was the worst one I've ever sat in. Yeah, it's funny. My work has a Ford Fusion that I get to drive around, and the seat gives me like really bad back pain. I don't know if it's like the angle of the seat or like the cushion and all that, but I also get like Charlie horse like a Charlie horse thing in my foot. And I like sitting up high anyways. Like I like being in SUVs or trucks. So being that low to the ground kind of freaks me out. Just I'm not used to it. I'm not knocking on cars, but I prefer to drive an SUV. But the work car just gives me like the worst headaches ever and stuff because my back. No, the teeth are to make me jealous because I don't have. Oh my god! I can't find the name of this train. It's driving me crazy. So let me actually just try to. Of course, it shorts out. Whoa! I'll spin you guys around in a second and show you what I'm trying to accomplish here. All right. So let's see if this will work. All right, I'm going to spin you guys around and show you what I'm trying to work with here. These are two K-line. Does anyone know what these are called? Right here. Turn the light on. I forgot what they're called. I know you can call them like a doodle bug or a transit, but there is a special name for these guys. I've completely forgot. I think Reading Reading Northern has a couple. Bud cars. Yes, that's it. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, these are, I believe they're called Bud cars. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Docvin. Yeah. So these cars are K line. Let me get the lights on. Let's see. Gotta wait for the lights to connect. RDC car. So now I have like 6 definitions to call these. I love it. I'll never mess it up ever again. I promise. So let's see. I'll do something that's not as brash so you guys don't go blind. Whoops. I don't like that color at all. They give me like 20,000 colors to choose from. Technically, there are like infinite color schemes on here, but I don't want it to be that bright so you guys don't go blind on me. Oops, turn this light off. There we go. Cool. I'll move the Bluetooth speaker. So yeah, these guys are K-line. Little interesting. Actually, I will turn up the light a little bit. Gus, are they also K-line by any chance? Because they made a couple of variations of these with different road names, but I believe these are from the 90s or so. But the interesting thing with these, so there used to be, okay, they are K-line. Okay. Now these are kind of rare, like not like collectible rare, but they're kind of hard to find. That's what I mean as in rare. Um, they're not really worth a whole lot, like value wise, but they are really cool to run around. Uh, Interesting thing is that when I got these, the motors are located on your truck. So in here, there's a motor, and here, and there, and there. Now these engines have the same, or these pieces have the same road number. It's 26001. The other car is 26001. Now the interesting thing is when I bought these cars from as an antique store out in Columbia, Pennsylvania, which isn't that far away. I'm always there looking at stuff. These are missing. Oh, sorry. When I picked them up, one set had motors in them. Okay, so I'm like, cool, that's great. The other set did not. So the other, try to find which one it is. All right, so this one is the one with both motors. You can see they have the pickups on the bottom, and they put the motors on the trucks to kind of give them some weight. So that's not the problem. The other problem, well, the problem is that, okay, this motor here, I'll turn on the camera light. So where that brass gear is, and you can see it spinning, free spinning, the main drive gear is missing. So when I bought this set, the gear was missing out of this. And then the other car, the funny thing with that was that it had the part for the pretty much like your gear, your traction gear was there, but it was on the motor that didn't have any gears in it at all. So when I got this set, I had to Frankenstein it. Basically, I took one gear out of here and put it into this motor. Took the motor parts out of this, placed it back in here, vice versa. So it was really crazy. But when these were sold, they were sold as 3. I believe it was 2600, 1 and 2, or 2601, 2 and 3. Let's see. The power unit, 2 non-powered. Okay, so these are 2 powered units right here. And they're original power units. They are missing the horn. There used to be, or there would be horns up here and here, here, and on that side too. And these are definitely semi-scale. These are not in scale in any way, shape, or form, but they're really cool, like transit cars. And the awesome thing is, I placed purple lights in them for the Ravens a few years back. I thought it looked cool, like Baltimore purple train, but now it looks pink. The crazy thing is with these cars, I have to kind of fudge around with them because when you turn the power on, you should be in neutral like that. And then, whoops, sorry, I hit there. You want to make sure they're in phase with one another for the reverse unit. You can't lock the reverse units either, which is really annoying because if I could, I wish I could lock these both in forward. Then I can have two powered units go in the same direction all the time. Not the case with this. So I have to kind of pick one up while the track's hot to change the reverse unit. So that's what's running on track one today for my passenger service. I've got them hooked up to, I'll actually scoot this down. Got them hooked up to an MTH Chessie heavyweight right here. I love these cars. I only have one of these. The collection that I received only had one. The other cars are probably still at their house or we couldn't find them. And then the last car, I put an observation car just for fun. And this is a Williams observation car. So we have three manufacturers on the same train: K-Line, MTH, Williams. Does anyone know if they make N-scale Bud cars? I'm sure they do. I'm pretty positive they do. I figured since there are no trains yet, you can watch these trains if that makes sense, but these won't be as much work for you. On track two, I'm going to run my what are you? Got my Western Maryland back there. Is that allowed? Not sure. Hey Lance, how's it going? I have a three-piece K-Line Western Pacific Zephyr set. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Like I'm not too familiar with a whole lot of K-Line. Let's see. I'll show you guys. So this is kind of interesting for the cars for tonight. And anyway, K-Line stuff's cool. Like I'll have to check that out, Lance. I Zephyr or Zephyret. Zephyret. I'll definitely have to check that out. It sounds really cool. I have to hurry and get back though. I saw a crew member inside the depot. Oh no, tell him to go back. Don't get caught eating and watching YouTube. So something normally that I don't run up here. I don't really have a lot of scale train cars, like actual scale cars. But I went through my collection and I actually found some stuff that's close to scale. May not be scale, but if anyone's a scale collector, I apologize. You know, a lot of my stuff, you know, they're toy trains. I love running anything and everything, anything and everything. So I'll show you guys what my GP9's pulling. No, not scale. The two freight cars, the first two box cars said that they were scale cars, and they do overhang the track. They look huge compared to um any of my other box cars that are 027 or any of that, but they are from the 90s, so they're not I believe they're both Vision Line cars. That's what they said on the boxes when I had the boxes years ago, but they claim to be to scale. So, oh, Wicked, how's it going? Never late. It's all good. So yeah, the first two cars, according to their boxes, they are scale, but oh, I gotta mess around with this transformer. The two cars behind it are not scale at all. But this Lino Hopper The B&O hopper said it was also scale, but this is from, to say 1970. So yeah, that's 1970 Lionel right there. They said that was scale, and then the caboose at the end is an extended vision line caboose from, I think it says 1985 on it. So that's pretty much the extent of all the actual scale pieces that I have, minus my Hudson steam engine behind me, my E7s, my I think I have like an FT that's back there. It's almost a scale. Everything else up here tonight, we're just having fun running some toy trains. So I'm gonna run some stuff. I got to fix the top loop. My U36 decided to take a break and short out on me right before the stream started. I was running trains around, getting everything ready, and he's like, "Nah, I ain't doing it tonight." So, but yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna be running tonight. Unless you guys have any other requests later on, but let's get these trains a rolling. So I'm gonna point the camera this way so you guys don't see me struggle and struggle and fight with the NPC and 36 up there, U36. All right, here we go. Figure a small train set, or sorry. I figure a train is still quite a ways away because of the signals next to the bridge. Yard's dark currently. You broke it before the show. I think it's so. The weight of these ore cars that are up top, they're pretty light. So the engines like to throw them off the curves. I think it's just because of the sprung couplers on the engines. So sometimes it helps to place like a heavier car before the ore cars. But I really like just running the ore cars. I think they look so cool. So I might have to try to figure out something else to put up there and do that. I'll be building an N scale. I'll be building N scale couplers soon. I bought the starter kit because yeah, it's always cool building your own stuff or even just messing around with stuff. And actually, I have a project video coming out. I'm hoping Thursday or Friday it should be out. So I have some older post-war engines, and if you guys, if Lance is still here, he would definitely know, or if Dockman's still here. I've got a 2032 Erie or it's just an Erie Railroad Alco engine that back in the day, so Lionel would have a horn inside of these, inside the motive pieces. And this goes for anything that had an electric horn in it going all the way up almost to like I'd say the beginning of the 60s or so. You would have to place a battery inside the engine, and the battery is just to power the horn. Now, the relay is still tripped off the DC coming off your transformer. It's picking it up. It trips the relay, and then it completes the circuit for the horn. But I did buy something, it's called a rectifier, and that's going to take the AC coming off of the track power, and I can actually hook that up to the light source in the cab. It's still AC hot, and then I can ground it to the frame. Then the end of it goes out as DC. So DC send and return. So I now can operate the horns in my 2032 without having to place a battery inside. And usually people forget about the batteries. The batteries would explode and corrode the entire inside of the train. So that's gonna be a fun project. It's gonna be an experiment. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I think my voltage might be too high coming off the rectifier piece, but we'll see. So I'm gonna get the trains running up here. I'm gonna try to get the U36 to work, and then we'll go from there. The Zephyret cars are Bud cars, early K-line motive power units were cheaply made. K-line used Mark's molds for their Bud cars. That's why I purchased them. I wonder if these are similar to that. Funny thing is, like, my parents came over to check out the train room because they haven't been up here since we moved in. and they watch the lives all the time. But this one of my bud cars actually flew off the track because these are so light. It flew off the track, and the two pickup rollers underneath the trucks flew off, and it exploded. But it works. Hey, Lance, I'll see you later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, it was fun. It was actually the first wreck up here. It's the first wreck I've had in a while. But yeah, let's see, I'll show you guys. On the bottom of here, you have pickup rollers, and they just snap in place. That brass, or I believe it's a brass tab, holds those in. And it flew off the table, did a nosedive, and both of them flew off. And it still works. Exactly. Yeah, as soon as I turn on this camera, everything goes wrong. Oh man. So yeah, I'm gonna run the oops. Fix that. So I'm gonna run the transit around, and then I'm gonna try to get the upper loop working. I might have to place like a spacer car in there that weighs a little bit more. But here we go, all aboard. Unfortunately, these cars do not have like a bell or a horn, but it would be really cool to hook up and try it out. Hey, Lehigh Valley, how's it going? So I'm going to try to fix this upper line. I'll be right back. Hey, RJ, thank you so much for stopping by. All right, I think I got that U36 all ready to go. It just fell off the track, that's all. Nothing too important, right? There we go. And we got the GP9 moving too. We'll do one of these. Soon I'll be buying every coupler micro trains has. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to run some like heavyweights with the Bud cars. I thought it'd be really cool. Happy Alco April. These aren't even Alcos. Unless Bud cars are made by Alco. I'm not sure. I'll look it up. My dreams of a coal train. Oh God, train means reminded me. I'll run an Alco next. I'll make everyone happy. I'll run an Alco. Oh, we shorted up top again. All right, this is going to sound really funny. So apparently, Bud cars. Let me wait for my Jeep to calm down. There we go. So Bud cars are made by the Bud Rail Diesel Car Company. RDC, or Budliner, is a self-propelled diesel multiple unit DMU rail car between 1949 and 1962. Apparently, it says 398 RDCs were built by the Bud Company of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So another product of good old Pensy right there. It's really cool. Back at the depot now, just heard the scanner, and there's a southbound train approaching. Oh God, that's a huge milepost. 337. Now, is that from a town? Like, how far away is that milepost? That milepost for, like, when I go out rail fanning or even like train hunting. I assume like the ones around, like, okay, for instance, yesterday at the Ma and Pa, or Maryland Pennsylvania Railroad, they had ones that said 55.2, and that's from Baltimore or to Baltimore. So it's 55 point whatever miles away from Baltimore. That's pretty cool. But yeah, my what do you call it? The U-boat up top decided to crap out on me. So yeah, it did derail. Don't blame it. It's got 6-wheel trucks. So it is, it is what it is. But I'll switch that out for something cool. But I was going to swap the Western Maryland out for an Alco engine, because John Doe said said Alco April. So I'll switch that out right now. And actually, I can show you guys really quick what I have planned. All right, so whoops, looks great. There we go. Good old Magna traction. Yes, this is an Alco. Well, this is the guts of an Alco. So right here we have, actually raise her up, raise the roof a little bit. There we go. Let's see if it auto focuses. Yes. All right, so this is a I want to say late 1940s, model number 2032 from line L. This is the shell. There you go. There you go. There's the shell, and it should say 2032 in the window. It's kind of hard to see, or the number plate there. But this is what rides on here. So it would look like that riding around. So the cool thing is with this, this is an Alco A unit. So I'm going to do for this engine, this is your battery compartment right here. You put a D cell battery. They used to call them dry cell D batteries, and you put one of those in here. Now, what that does is that powers the horn. This is your horn back here. It's an old, they call it Bell Alarm Company. And here's the, I knew this would happen. So it's either one works or one doesn't work. So really quick, oh, you guys can actually see the, where is it? The E unit in here working. Look at that. So that part moving up and down, that's your reverse unit. Right here is the relay for the horn. So if I hit the horn button, let's see if it decides to work. I think the motor on this one is a little finicky. There you go. So see that part working in the center here, right here? That is your switch relay. Now what the relay does is that opens and closes the circuit for the horn. So you can see this lead right here. It comes off of the battery cage right here. The point of the battery would touch up here. That's why it's got a dimple up top here. So you guys can see it. There it is. So yeah, the battery goes in, the relay trips, and then the horn should work. Now this goes to the horn right here. It's a wiring mess in there. But what I'm going to do is take the battery cage out, place a circuit card down here in the battery compartment. I'm going to keep the battery compartment on the bottom. It's got some cool graphics. I like to keep this stuff as original as possible. And there it is at the bottom. Here, I'll show you guys. It's stuck to the track. It's got magnet traction. There you go. And there's your battery compartment. It even says caution, remove cell when locomotive is not in use. So yeah. And it says to operate horn, insert a size D flashlight cell here. So yeah, this engine, let's see, put her back on the track. It's very heavy. It can pull a ton with or without the shell place. This weighs nothing. All your weight is right here, I promise, or up here with the pull more. The cool thing is with this is that I rescued this train from an acid disaster because of the battery. All of this was completely roached. I painted all of this. So normally these engines would not have the shiny paint on them. There we go. And usually it's like a flat black. Took all of the stuff out, repainted the frame, the coupler, rewired a lot of stuff. And, it's working great. It just locks up. And the, let's see. Missed some comments. Hey, Henry, have a good night. It's about 3 miles from there. Not exactly sure how the mileposts work. It might be the entire extent of the line. Sometimes they do that, or from state to state. Not exactly sure. Alco Grow, yeah. Got a train. Pull more from. I'm not sure. I think it's just considered a pull more motor. Train of thought left the station. I can get thought. I can get thought. I can get lost in these motors. I mean, this thing's crazy. But yeah, I've got to basically fix up this beautiful piece. I saved her. I mean, this whole part was melted in the back. All these ladders were melted. I had to clean them all up. It was insane. Most of it's been rewired to its original wire. Basically, all the leads up here were completely melted. But yeah, so this is going to have a new horn. That video will be out soon because it's going to be a really cool tutorial. And I want this engine to work as intended. So I'm going to put this one back. I'm actually going to grab one of my original Alcos. So I have 2 sets of this engine, 2 AA sets. This one has been modded and cleaned up. The other one is all original, new old stock out of the box. So I'm going to grab that one, switch that out really quick. And let's see. Take this guy away. Ugh. These are heavy too. All right, let's grab. Surprisingly, the BL2s work really well for the upper track. These wheels just fell off. Whoops. That there. We good? Nope. This one's still up. There we go. And just to help her out, I'm going to put in another freight car that's a little bit heavier. Let's kind of help it out. Let's see here. Find. Let's see. Find something under here. All right. Having technical difficulties up here. Oh, man, it just popped off the track again. Yeah, some of those ore cars are they're not Alcos. They're K-line. Pull more motors for me, pull less. GP7 with TMCC1, pull more motor. And it's weaker than my switchers. Yeah, this chassis right here, it's got a pull more in it, but it's like it's whatever. What year is this? What year is this guy? Let's see. I think this guy is from the late 80s. I think he's from like 89 or so. It doesn't pull as much at all. Like, it has one motor in it, but it just does not do it. And then around turns and stuff, it just flies off the track because of the wheel set or wheel spacing. All right, Randall, sounds good. Yeah, we'll still be here. I'm going to be up for a little bit. All right. So yeah, you said Alco, so I'm getting my Alcos up. And these have magnet traction. They can pull a ton of cars. Pretty cool how they work. Let's see. Oops. There we go. Magnet traction can be very finicky. Sometimes it likes to stay on the track. RS3s. Wait, are you saying? No, I don't have. I do have RS3s. Yeah, RS. Yeah, I got those underneath the platform. I can run those up top. Run those next. Are only 5 pull motors. The more poles a motor has, the more powerful. But modern Lionel DC motors are in them now. Yeah, I have some DC stuff like the BL2 up top from Williams. Pulls a ton of cars. It's got 2 DC motors in it. Works great. And it looks good too. I mean, they're also really quiet. Whoops. It just derailed itself. That's great. There we go. Fun. Love when everything works right. Whoops. Go the other way. Yeah, this train's nice and quiet. You pull a ton of cars and has a horn. All right, so these are my Alco 2032s. The upper line is a cursed branch line. Yeah, pretty much. Here, I'll get these guys rolling. And these 2032s are all original. I just cleaned them up and then rewired the auto couplers. And I'll put an RS3 on the bottom line. There you go. Long hood forward. Oh no. So look at the crew figurine on the inside. So I guess Lionel doesn't know that. It's supposed to pull that direction. Here, I'll fix it. Yeah, see, like, look at the. It's not my fault. Look at the crew figures. I blame Lionel for that one. Yeah, look at this. Both crew figures are facing the wrong way. So it's a special artist. It's a Lionel RS3. There you go. Yeah, thumbs up to Lionel. Lionel can mess up a simple RS3, but not a. Yeah. I'm going to switch out the Alco in the middle. It's all good. No worries. Hey, it's all a learning experience, so I can't complain. Yeah, I'm going to switch out the 2032s because when they heat up, like unfortunately they can melt the shell. It's funny. So this is actually a version 2 of this model, but or toy train model, whatever. And the variation A actually was kind of you know. But yeah, this is definitely a toy train guard, especially my signal, my my train crossing bell would be like 100 feet high in the real world. Oh, connection issue. Let's see if it comes back. Let's see, where's the other? So I actually have another RS3 underneath the table. It's Santa Fe. I'll put that on the center line. But yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, a lot of Lionel early um, plastic mold trains that had the giant AC motors in them. You see some of them with a rippling effect on top from the motor heat. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, the new signal, the railroad crossing signal there would be like 100 feet high, or I don't know. If this was a scale model, this item here would be, huge. Everything's fine connection wise. All right, that's cool. But yeah, I love this thing. I just wired it up last week. It's wakes you up in the morning. I wish I could wire this up as my alarm clock. Be really cool. But yeah, I'll be right back with switching these two out. All right, I gotta go underneath the platform. Let's see. Move you there. And set you right here. Cool. And here is the second one that I own. It's got the Santa Fe blue and yellow paint scheme on here. And this one actually has the same motor issue as my K-Line Bud cars. It's missing that drive gear. So let's see if we can even pull all these cars. It may struggle a little bit. Yeah, it's probably going to struggle. I don't think it's going to be able to do it because I need that part replaced. Let's see. Oh, come on, you can do it. Nope, no horn or bell on this one. All right, it is pulling it, but it's only one motor. So maybe once we get her up to speed. All right, it's doing it. So we'll run around a couple times so I don't burn her up. Whoops, wrong way. They even have the reverse unit in this Amtrak to go the wrong way when it starts up. I think it's kind of funny. Yes, it does have a pull less. It's got 2 pull lesses in it, actually. You guys wanted Alcos? I gave you an Alco. Here, I'll put them right here so you can see them cross. There's your NPC era horn right here. And the Amtrak has like a whistle sounding horn. Very interesting. There we go. All right, Randall, we switched out the center train to an RS3 Santa Fe. There she is right there. Whoa. Camera almost fell on me. See, this engine can do switches. All right. Whoa. I'm actually surprised that engine tackled the switch that well. RS3 race. Amtrak would win, but they're both pretty weak. Here, let's get some more cars on that Amtrak. Just to make it really weird, I'll put a couple other road names on there. Actually, I got all C&O cars just hanging here. Take this one off. Take this one off. This one on. I don't know if this engine can pull all these cars, and we're going to find out. This one on. All right, next. All right, we've got 4 passenger cars. You guys think it can do it? Got the scale trains, rivet counter, black covered hoppers. Still waiting for my Intermountain BNSF. Oh god, hopefully it gets there in time. Like, I've had several issues with shipping and all that. And there's a Santa Fe for you, Randall. We'll get her in frame for you. There you go. I don't think this Amtrak's gonna be able to pull all these cars. I'm officially out of coffee too. Oh, it can push them. All right, let's see if it can pull them. Like I said, the as Stockman said, these run long nose forward, and I think it's funny how even the reverse unit's default position is to run with the short nose forward. Yeah, see, look, it's doing it again. All right, here we go. It's doing it. All right, so she can pull those cars. Hey, Heath, how's it going? Oh, that looks so cool, tacking on that switch. Kind of the set, so do not say hello. I'll do this then. Haha. There you go. Hello, no sound Heath. Haha. Yeah, I love seeing the passenger cars go across that switch. It's so cool. Yeah, we were just saying that. Like, yeah, waddling back and forth with the switch. Here, I'll fix it. Here you go. At the other side, the signal should change from red to green. It's a directional signal, not a semaphore. There you go. Perfect. All right. Passenger car drift. Yeah, now that I let that passenger train on the straightaway, it's actually flying. And my throttle's almost on the ground, though. Here, I'll switch out the this poor engine with one motor. All right, so I'm gonna see if this train can even haul these as well. There you go. Put a GP9 up out on the track. Put a Seaboard GP9 pulling some CSX cars. It's pretty cool. Oh, I also forgot the caboose on this train is actually a smoking caboose. And I forgot to put smoke fluid in her. So let's give her some TLC. There we go. Yeah, someone locked the E unit on this GP in forward. There we go. I think I have 2 or 3 smoking caboose. Actually, I know at least 2. Or I'll see if it'll do it. Let's see. I want to see if this is actually going to work. Doesn't smell like smoke. We shall see. This is what they would call an extended vision line caboose back in the, oh god, when are you built? 1989. So a lot of Lionel stuff would have the building year on the sides. So you can kind of identify the year. About the You were talking smack about the size of the motor, the BSA train. At least it can pull a full train. Yeah. So okay. So that RS3, in its defense, one of the gears is broken, but it is a dual motor. It's a dual motor train, but the BSA train, the motor in there is so small. Like those starter sets are only designed to really pull the cars it came with. But I would hate to see someone like burn up that little motor, pulling a ton of cars because it's a great set. Like if anyone hasn't seen it, I reviewed one of John Doe's set. He's talking about the Boy Scouts of America train. It's a really cool set. I love the cars on that set. They came with sprung trucks, all die-cast sprung trucks. It was really cool to see. They ran really nice. They tackled switches pretty well. The engine had a few issues that I could point out, but it was just wear and tear. I thought it was a great set overall. I still have an 080 switcher, which actually I'll pull that out and put that on the outer track. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Is it wrong if my O gauge locos smoke even though they're yes, that is, unless you're doing it on purpose, unless you're like Gomez Adams, playing with O scale trains. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Yes, your train of thought must have left. Hey, rail fan Roger, how's it going? We're gonna test out and see if this caboose is gonna smoke. Let's see. Got the voltage all the way up. She's cranked at around, on here it says about 18 volts. Sometimes you have to blow on them because they have like an air pocket inside of them. A lot of them just need a little bit of help. Yep, look at that. There she goes. Now, if I was operating a train and saw this on the back of my caboose, I would assume that we lost a car. I would uncouple it and say, "Have a nice life." Yeah, exactly. Catches fire. It's crazy. So these caboose, um, about okay. So the running voltage of this train, of this RS3 that I have, is it probably only draws about 1.5 amps, and I bet you it only runs around 3 to 7 volts. And this thing's actually still smoking because this car needs a lot of power for it to smoke. It's just it just has a smoke bowl in it, and you put the fluid in, and it smokes. So it's kind of interesting. You can make them smoke with a little secret short circuit. But yeah, this car is still smoking. It's still alive. So we're gonna hook that back up to the freight set over here. It's actually warm. It's kind of funny. All right. Get that hooked back up. If it decides to go. Wait, hold up. Let's see this. Whoops. There we go. Now I'm gonna give this poor guy a break. I'm gonna grab my 080 switcher. So it's underneath the platform. I haven't ran it in a while. It's actually right here, I believe. Let's see. I'm gonna have to dig underneath the train layout. Let's see, where are you? Aha. So here's the engine right here. And John Doe, yours is built much better than mine. Mine's a little bit older. Where's the tender? Still looking for the tender. It's different than any other tender in the collection. I have to use my light finder. Yeah, I gotta use my. It's my fault for turning off the lights up here in the studio. But give me a second here. Ah, there it is. Cool. All right, so this is my OADO switcher. We're gonna hook him up to the passenger set. A BL2 and F7. Let's see. Whoops. And this is actually the same engine that Lionel sells as either 90 or 475. I forgot what Strasbourg engine they're trying to market this as, but here we go. So interesting parts about this engine is that here, I'll lower the camera down so you guys can see. All right, here she is. 475 and 90. Okay. So let me turn on the light. Okay, so this engine is very similar to John Doe's, but his had more detailing here on both sides. What else was there? I believe his was all die cast. This one is metal, but it's not all die cast. Like down here is plastic. What else was there? Different parts of. So here on the tender, these trucks are all plastic. His were all metal, and it just seemed like a way better build. And also, the front coupler here is plastic. It doesn't operate at all. It can still pull stuff. His set did have an issue with the coupler up front, but I think we actually talked about it after the fact. But I'm thinking that Lionel made the coupler too small on the front. This is completely ridiculous, but Lionel built the smaller coupler up here. So when you go to connect cars to it, it automatically opens up because it's putting too much force on the inside of the knuckle. So I think that's kind of funny. 475 and the old set, 90 and the new set. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this pretty much is, what it is. The real solution, install one. Yeah, this was a starter set I bought at Sears. I want to say, God, almost 12 years ago now. I mean, it's really nice. It runs pretty smooth, but it is a starter set. And it does have issues pulling. And also the air whistle does not work anymore. She's a good smoker too. Pretty cool. All right, so let's get all these engines running again. Sears. Yeah, Sears had this Lionel set just sitting there one year, and I asked my dad if I could have it for Christmas. He said sure. It was pretty cheap. It was like $250 or so, but it's pretty cool. Someone made a replica of '89, but the tender is wrong. Oh God, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna add some smoke to our engine. Oh, I'm not Eric's trains, I promise. All right, so we got smoke fluid in there. Let's try to get this engine rolling. I got some new smoke fluid that it's been kind of growing on me. It's called cedar. It's kind of just a little bit different. That's all. There we go. Now we're really smoking. Ex Coca-Cola units. That'd be really cool to see. There's a root beer smell. What? Yeah, this is my go-to if you want to smell like coal. It's Mega Steam. It's coal-fired smoke. But yeah, if there's root beer, that sounds great. I saw that they now have there's like cookies and cream and like cookie dough and cinnamon or Christmas scent. Yeah, who needs smoke fluid who smokes? Yeah, I don't even see it smoking. Oh, it just puffed out a little bit. It's pretty cool. It's only like a vapor coming out, but it is an actual smoke burner. I love that bell. Yeah, more smoke the better. Yeah, I've got a couple of engines that are heavy smokers. They're on the floor right now. And then my heaviest train smoker, I guess, is I think it's 2025 and 2026. They're like my heaviest smokers in the whole collection. But 2026 needs some work. She's down for the count. But yeah, this switcher engine's doing pretty good. I'm actually pretty surprised. Hey guys, we actually got a new subscriber, so I'm at officially 188 subs. So that whoever you are, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much. And to all of you guys, thank you so much for being here. I just got the notification on my phone. It's exciting news. When I do get to 1,000 subs, I will be doing the 24-hour live stream. I promised you guys that. I will do 24 hours. I'll be up here for 24 hours. Maybe not running trains the whole time, but at least live streaming something or letting maybe doing something. I'm thinking about doing like I don't know, maybe some like DIY projects. So you get some models and stuff like that. So when I do hit 1,000 subs, I will do a 24-hour live stream. Like if it cuts out, I'll come back to it. I'll do whatever it takes to get to 24 hours. I'll be drinking a lot of Monster, a lot of coffee, all those nasty energy drinks that are going to keep me up all night. Be a lot of fun. Camelback. Yeah, I really want to get it into collecting some camelbacks. I want one from at least, I guess it'd be CNJ, and then also what's the other? I can't think of the other one. I'd love to have a Pensy camelback and then a CNJ. That'd be really cool. Coca-Cola livery for the 2019 Christmas season. Oh my god, that'd be so cool to see. Give me some catnip, and then she can entertain us while you sleep. Yeah, I won't sleep. I'll have to stay up. If I do sleep, I'll have trains running. Maybe do like a shift, but it will be a 24-hour live stream, I promise. You're going to suffocate and smoke. You know what's funny? So check this out. There's a smoke detector right there. So I'm kind of thinking, I have a hunch that smoke detector doesn't work because I've had this entire room lit up with train smoke and only train smoke. You know, you can actually see like a thick cloud, and even with the beacon and stuff like that, you could actually see. Actually, make sure. Yeah, there we go. Beacon's still good. You can actually see like a thick cloud on top of the train garden, and I'm thinking, why isn't this smoke detector going off? But then the other day, I lit my soldering iron up, just soldering on some other stuff, and just that little bit of smoke set her off. It would have gone off by now. Yeah, I agree. And it's only like I think it's only a 7-foot ceiling up in here. Like I'm six. Well, I'm almost 6 foot tall. Like I'm like 5'10" and a half. And this is the ceiling right here. So whenever I have guests up here and stuff, I always tell them watch the ceiling. You might hit your head. And I think even on my ceiling vent, the previous owner of the house took out the knob to open and close the vent because I think he was hitting his head on it, which is right over here. I'll show you guys that. Oops. So there it is. Like this guy here, you can see the knob is missing. So I think that's kind of funny. Like they probably took it out so you wouldn't hit your head. Reading camelback. I didn't know Reading had camelback. So if they have one, I'd like to have a couple of them. Maybe do like a camelback run day. Got some train sounds running in the background. Set the mood. I think smoke fluid is like water vapor, while real smoke is thicker. Maybe that's why. Well, it's interesting because so there's two different manufacturers that make completely different smoke fluids, and you guys might know them. It's between Williams and Lionel MTH smoke units. So Lionel and MTH, I believe their smoke fluid actually, their smokers or bowl smokers actually burn the smoke fluid It does vaporize it, but it's like a more aggressive process. It actually like heats up and burns it. Because I've actually set off smoke detectors from running trains at my parents' place before I moved out. And Williams Trains uses I forgot the name of the smoker, but I think it's called like it starts with a TH, and it's like a tube, and their smoke fluid is actually like a vapor pen that you guys see. Compared to Lionel, their smokers are based or resistor based. Smoke detector, train smoke, no big deal. Also, smoke detector, soldering iron, beep beep beep. Yeah, like I said, I set off the smoke detector up here with the soldering iron. Um, Freaked me out a little bit because I didn't hear it. I haven't heard these smoke detectors before, even when we moved in and stuff like that. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I've had this whole room smoked out before between 2025, 2026, and 736. This whole room will get smoked out. I actually have another. I have oh god, what is it? I think it's a 442 starter engine from a New York Central set that we replaced the smoke unit in it, and um, it basically smokes out an entire room. It looks ridiculous, and that's actually still at my parents' place. It's not mine; it's my dad's train, but we got that in the early 2000s. But I have the tender. He just wanted the engine. How does that make sense? Yeah, I have no idea. I want to get the Strasbourg Railroad set by Lionel. Now, this is pretty much the engine you're going to get in that set. And I think Strasbourg has them on sale at the store for I think it's like 369. So it's not a bad price. I think you only get 3 cars with her. It's either 2 or 3 passenger cars. I think it's 3 passenger cars. So you get the 080 switcher looking engine, this style tender, and then you get 3 passenger cars. 89 in HO scale. That'd be pretty cool to see. Yeah, I only have um the Plymouth. I have the Lionel Plymouth engine number 1 in O scale, and then I have a very, very old box car. It's underneath the platform. The wannabe 90 Loc 89 and a half, right? Yeah, it's I'm not trying to crap on like old steam engines, but I'm not a huge fan of 89. I don't know why. I think it's like between the whistle and just the engine. It's a little baby engine compared to like 90 and 475. I wasn't a 475 fan at first, but you see, like the last time that actually sounds like 90 on that backing track there. But originally, I was not a fan of 475 because of the whistle, and I think they call it like an N and W Hooter, Northwestern Hooter style whistle. So every time I was at Strasbourg, they run 475, and the whistle was just kind of like, like it didn't have any color to it. So I wasn't really into it. But of recent, they changed the whistles out to be more appealing. It's got a great sound to it. I think it's at least a dual tone whistle. Speaking of 475, I'm gonna go see her. Oh, the sister in Abington, Virginia. What railroad is that? I'd like to check that out. That'd be really cool. But yeah, it's interesting because they changed out the whistle and it completely changed my opinion about the engine. Beautiful engine, beautiful piece. I just was not a fan of that older Hooter whistle. So that's what I've heard them call it. 12 or 8 inches. Just need 2 more drivers and 2 leading wheels. How do you ride 475 every time? I always ride 90 and sometimes 89. So it's funny. So last time I was at Strasbourg, which is 2 weeks ago, they ran 475. They got her all ready just for one excursion. Here, I'll flip around. Whoops. Getting caught on stuff here. All right. So when I was at Strasbourg 2 weeks ago, they ran 475. They got her all rolling just for one excursion. They power washed her and everything. I think they used the auxiliary steam off the engine to power up their steam. They pretty much got a bath. Really nice. So they did that. They fired her up all day. They had her running in the shed for one excursion. After that excursion, they decoupled her cars, sent her back to the shed. It's kind of funny. Before the day before that, or sorry, the weekend before that, when I was at Strasbourg, they also ran 475. A waste of coal. Hey, it made them a lot of money. That train was sold out. They're doing anything they can to stay open. It's been really crazy. But the funny thing is, last time I went to Strasbourg with my dad, it was the Thanksgiving before all this stuff went down with COVID, and then the Thanksgiving before that, because him and I didn't go. I guess it would be Thanksgiving 2019. But we went to Strasbourg, and they're running only 89 and 475, and my dad bought tickets for 89. I was slightly disappointed, but it's still a steam engine, but it's not my favorite engine. That's all. 433 is in Abingdon. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. It sounds really cool. Hey JP, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. And it's only 10:15, so it's not too bad. Yeah, Jay, I was also talking about Knobles earlier. We're all ready to go. I actually found more tickets in my car. I found about I want to say I found about $30 worth of Knobles tickets in my glove box in my car, because I had some car problems today, and I had to find some information in the car. I was like, oh, these are all Knobles tickets from like 10 years ago. It's crazy. Last time you rode for 611. Oh God. Yeah, I didn't, like I said, I didn't get to that event. It was too crazy. It was too busy. I didn't even, camera's moving on its own. I didn't even know about the event until after it happened. And I saw on YouTube, I was like, what happened? I missed it. It's kind of funny, but there'll be other times. They'll come back. Yes, it is like finding cash, because you pay money for it. But yeah, I'm gonna use them on the haunted house. I'll probably burn through all of them, because I ride the haunted house every time I go to Knobles. I ride it about 4 or 5 times each trip, and it's like what, 350 or something like that to ride it. So $20, spending on just the haunted house. Can't remember what steam engine I rode last at Strasbourg. You were a child, but I did watch 89 run a few years ago. That might have been a different engine. So there is, I think it's in the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum across the street. That was an older Strasbourg engine that was ex-Pennsylvania. They shipped her out. Yeah, I totally forgot what engine that was, but they did have a couple of others back in the day. Strasbourg is expensive. Yeah, I agree. It's tourist prices for sure. They're it's a tourist destination. They're making their money. 1223 or 7002. The 89 I saw is, yep, that's the Canadian National. Yeah, it's a pretty engine. It's just, I'm not a huge fan. Not because it's Canadian. It's just I like the bigger steam engines. 89 reminds me of like a carnival train. It's too small. Yeah, I've actually seen 89 struggle. Um, it was like a summer a couple years ago. You can actually it was actually the first time I think I saw wheel slip on one of their engines. It was pulling out of the station, had about I don't know, 8 to 10 cars hooked up to her, and it just could not do it. It was struggling really hard. Strasbourg needs its own big boy. I don't know if that'd be worth it. I don't think it could make the switches because I did see a video of 611 derailed at Strasbourg for what I something it'd be cool if they had like an articulated engine of some kind, maybe like an Allegheny or something crazy. That'd be a lot of fun. Oh, train pull out of the station. But yeah, 1309 at Western Maryland Scenic Railroad. That's going to come out hopefully soon. I haven't heard any other news on it other than they did a test fire and there's steam leaking everywhere on the front of that thing. I don't know if it was supposed to have steam leaking in the places that I saw. It just did not look good. I think there was a guy going around with like a paint can. He was like spraying. I don't know if I don't know if he was doing what I think he was doing, but it appeared as if he had a spray paint can, and all the places he saw leaking steam, he took a can of paint and sprayed a dot to like as a problem area or an area of concern. I'm not exactly sure if that's what they were doing, but it did look like that. But I know when you go to Strasbourg, all of their engines, you don't see any leaking, you don't see any steam seeping out anywhere other than the compressor in the wintertime and up top where steam is supposed to be shooting out. And then also your cylinders on the side. You know, you get the cold steam, it pushes all that steam out. Then after that, you know, it's very efficient after that. But yeah, what I saw the 1309 was kind of scary, but it was the first test fire. So yes, 1309 had a hooter from N&W. Now there is a test whistle that they did. Oh man, it's probably like 2 years ago now. The whistle, whatever whistle they had on there sounded great. I'll play it for you guys. They did like a test fire and then they had people come in um to film it, and they basically the whole engine was up on cribbing or stilts. It was a boiler test, a test boiler fire. They had the whistle hooked up. It sounded great. And then they went to that's funny. Look, there I am. Reminds me of Spaceballs. If you guys have ever seen the movie Spaceballs, um, it's like, where are we now? We're here. When? Right now. It's kind of funny. Oh man, that's creepy. All right, I'm gonna look up the test fire. 1309. There's tons of progress videos until um a run when you see this when you see a steam train. Yeah, I was concerned. It just there was steam shooting out everywhere. Like look at this picture here. Like that is not normal. All the steam in the front shooting out. But they did do a bunch of videos of it. All right, here's a whistle test. Hopefully there's not an ad. Here we go. This I don't know if it's going to be the hooter. So that's the newer whistle they put on there. That's the hooter. So let me do the other whistle that they had. Um, it's loud. It sounds cool. 1309 boiler. I'm trying to find the video of it. It was up on stilts and everything. It's a cool video. I gotta find it though. I mean, unless someone deleted it, I don't know. Oh, this is cool, guys. Check this out. This says Reading 2102 with a Reading freight hooter. So they must have been testing this out. I believe that's is that a Reading T1? If you guys know, I'm assuming that's a Reading T1. That's the project they've been working on for a while, but that's awesome. Yeah, Reading 2102. And the YouTuber that did that was Matt Railfanning. I'll subscribe to their channel if they're keeping up on the news of that. 2102 or something like that. Okay. Yeah, so that's the T1 project that's been going on. So I just subscribed to Matt Railfanning. If he's connected to that railway, I'd love to get updates on that. So check that out. Okay, yeah, T1. Okay. They have one at Steamtown. I don't think it's going to run anytime soon unless it does run, it's just sitting there, but it appeared it needed some work. But the Reading T1 is like they're, one of the most iconic engines of that. Hashtag fire up 2100. I'm trying to find the test whistle. Here we go. Listen to this. If you guys, I'll play it again. This is the original whistle that I believe they were trying to get on this train. So I'll turn it up. Whoever's pulling the whistle way overshot the it's not calibrated. I'm sure it's not like calibrated out, but they opened it all the way. So we can get the idea from the first couple of toots. Listen to this. What's the title of Yes, there is a Reading T1 at Steamtown, but I'm not sure what the operating status of her is. It looks pretty rough. Also, the American Freedom T1. Is that also at Steamtown? All right. Yeah, the rest of it was like I don't know what they're doing with the 1309. I haven't seen any news from her. I tried calling the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad. Their phone number does not work. They have two phone numbers on Google. Both of them will take you to one's like this mailbox is no longer available type thing. The other one is this phone number is like it's weird. We rode on the Reading when the Reading rode again. Yeah, I want to check out um, a couple of Reading affiliated railroads that are a couple hours away, but I'd love to check them out. There's also the Reading Railroad Museum. I'm hoping that opens soon. I heard that Pennsylvania museums might be opening up on the 30th of April. So I'm not sure if that's like mandated or not, but that'd be so cool. That means any state operated museum would be open. So that means Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania would be open. I'll check that place out. I haven't been in there in like 2 years because everything going on, but it'd be great to check out. But hey, I'm gonna do one last final run. It's getting to be 10:30 almost. I'm gonna do one last final run on the trains. I'm gonna call the stream for the night. So let's get these trains rolling one last time. But thank you all for joining me. It's been a great stream. Love hearing from all of you guys and all that stuff. What's the updates with the 1187? Where's that located at? The museum in Altoona. So the what's that? The Railroaders Heritage Museum. I think that's included with that meetup with Jay's channel. But I'd love to check out that museum. I hear they have a GG1 that's there. It's in the Tuscan color scheme, I believe. Hey, have a great night, Lehigh Valley. Thank you so much for being here. Age of Steam Museum. I'll have to check that out. All right, I'm gonna get these trains moving. One last final ride here. I'll do some train disco up here, but I don't think YouTube would appreciate it for copyright reasons. Do you watch Distant Signal? It sounds familiar. I'll have to check out. Is that a channel on YouTube? Oh, glitching. I hope not. Oh, that American Freedom Train. Yes, I've seen that engine. But have a good night, Lehigh Valley. I'll see you. I'll see you around. Thank you so much for stopping by. Danny Harmon. He's on YouTube. Yeah, I'll check out his channel. There we go. We got the night run. Ooh, I love that color. We'll get all three running again. Whoops. Yeah, now it's really smoking. And that horn sounds like death. I'll have to check that out too. Yeah, I could show the campfire scene. Yeah. Sorry about that. I was playing around with the lights. There we go. Sorry, the tripod was messing up. Thanks so much. Yeah, I actually want to do a tutorial on how to like build one of those campfires. It's actually pretty easy. You can build them for about, I don't know, like $10, including buying like the hot glue gun and all that, and like cotton balls. You can get most of the stuff at the dollar store. But I think the most expensive part out of all that is the LED lamp that's underneath the campfire. But yeah, it took a little bit just gluing everything together. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Hey, it's Don's Trains. How's it going? And Don's Trains, he just got a really awesome piece. I won't give it away, but I'll just say it's this classic Lionel steam engine that has a couple of awesome functions. I wanted to get my hands on one, but I can't find one off of like any of my local friends or anything like that. They don't seem to have them because they're extremely collectible. But he's got one now. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a cool piece. And Jay and Don, I actually just put this up here because my missile car is broken, so I have this aimed at me now, ready for launch. So yeah, I thought that was a cool touch. Let's see. Oh yeah, Don, I just got the picture of your engine shelf and everything. That looks awesome. Yeah, it's got. So everyone, if you're new to the channel or if you're new to anyone in the chat, definitely check out Don's Trains. He's got tons of classic O gauge, O scale, like not even Lionel, a little bit of everything, like Marks, Lionel, all kinds of cool pieces. Definitely check that out. Definitely try. Oh, make a new video soon. Allergies are kicking my butt. Yeah, tis the season. Yeah, I'm on Clarington full time now, like the 24-hour stuff. Uh, basically, have to. I take like the one a day thing for that. Walking around and stuff like that. My allergies are killing me as well. Um, Surprisingly, I'm not allergic to our cat, but I thought I would be. Hey, real fan Rogers back. But yeah, I've got some weird allergies too with like plants and stuff like that. Allegra. Yeah, I tried that stuff. It made me fall asleep in class, like all the way back in not even high school, it's like college stuff. I'd just be sitting in class, like, yeah, this is interesting. I'd just be out like a light. Then I get in trouble, like, oh, sleeping in class. And they never liked the excuse of, oh, I'm on meds or whatever. They were just like, yeah, you should fall asleep. I was like, whatever. You seen the Amtrak 642? I have not, but I can look it up. I've got the infinite knowledge of the internet. Let's see. Amtrak. Oh, I have seen this. Is this are they still in testing with this style locomotive? I saw it's like it's the vets unit. Okay, I have seen a later or a past vets unit, or it was actually the yeah, it was a past one because I remember seeing the American flags in that orientation on the front. No, I have not seen this. This looks awesome. I saw a similar model or PA or sorry, P42 DC 42. Okay, are these the engines that are made by Siemens? Because I have seen them around. I've seen like tons of testing in like the desert. Amtrak has like a test facility out there somewhere, and they run trains in a big old circle, doing like speed testing and stuff like that. It's really cool. But they have like a whole test facility out in the middle of nowhere that they run these trains at, at their limits to test them out. It's really cool. You're talking about the whistles a while ago. I just found this video again. It's a tribute to when Japan's railway was separating and they did not, they did a whistle send off. Yeah, not a problem. Send me the link. Yeah, it sounds really cool. Yeah, 642 looks great. I love the paint scheme on there. It's a little modern. It's very space age looking. Acela, that's the one I've seen. Yeah. That is insane. They're clocking it. I think I saw a video of someone clocking one at like 118 miles an hour. Which is crazy. Now, when I rode, there's a Mark area commuter. It's Maryland's commuter. We could take the train into DC. So I have a speedometer app on my phone. I'll see if I can find the picture. And I clocked that 150. Okay, so I'm behind the times. The fastest one I saw was like it said 118, and this train was like zooming by. So when I was on a Mark train, that's what they call it. I clocked yes, Maryland area regional commuter. MR MARC. Yep. Still trying to find the picture. See, like this is funny. Wi-Fi mess up. Nah, not a problem. This is me right before I took off on an airplane, 216 miles per hour, before the GPS completely lost signal. That was fun. Like the speedometer app, it's just really just, it's all for fun and games. But I use it when I'm on a train to see how fast we're going and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. SC-44 Chargers. No, I was not going 216 on a Mark train. I can guarantee that. I just can't seem to find the picture. Yeah, I might have deleted it. What's the name of the app? Yeah, I'll let you know. It probably has like some like generic name of like speedometer. I think it's in my tools. I have to find it. Where are you? It is called Speedbox. And on see. Yeah, there's nothing in here. It looks like that on Apple. It's the one underneath of the Compass app, and next to the calculator, and below that it is stocks. Which, yeah, if you have an Apple, that's called Speed Box. Here, I'll type it in here too. I believe it's free, and I've used it to clock roller coasters. I've used it to it works off GPS, so it's just like having a GPS. Now my watch, I've got a Garmin watch here. It does speed, but you have to tell it you're going to work out. So if you tell this thing you're going to work out, then you get on a train and you're going like 100 miles an hour. This watch is probably going to like really be confused. I did forget to turn this off once, and I went to drive my car, and it said like I beat like my own record. Like this thing was going crazy. It was like you beat a land speed record. It was like joking stuff too. It sent me a joke. It was like you beat the land speed record of running, but then we realized you're driving your car. So it was like funny stuff like that. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool. Um, let's see. Um, yeah, this does speed with GPS. But yeah, Speedbox is a lot of fun. I've had it on most rides and stuff. You can't have your phone out. So what you do, you turn the app on. So you go into here and let me find it again. All right, open her up. Then you're gonna get this screen here, which basically tells you your direction, your longitude and latitude. Oh, look at this. Make sure it doesn't show my longe and lat so you guys can't find me. But this is my fastest record, 314. Oh, yeah, also, anytime I move my phone like this, it's picking up. It says 3.2 miles an hour. If I let the phone still on the table, it should go down to 0. Oh, that's my today's average speed. So my today's average speed is 3.2 miles an hour. The fastest I went today, according to this, was 90. Wasn't for me driving, I swear. Um, but yeah, it keeps records. It's really cool. Um, you can choose different faces. It's great for if you're going on a train ride. Like whenever I go to Strasbourg, I open this app up. I'm like, man, how fast are we going? You feel the train doing one of these back and forth. Um, I open up my speed app. What else? Yeah, apparently my fastest speed ever was 314 miles an hour. I probably had it open on a flight. I think I had it open on the flight to Seattle, and which you're not supposed to do, but um, you know, I messed up, I guess. But yeah, that's just one of the apps I use. It's a lot of fun. The other, I would say the other parts, like other things I've used in the past for just rail fanning stuff. It's kind of fun to carry an old map if you're trying to, find an old railroad or something like that. You can actually get access to maps online and stuff like that. Like when I went out to the Mapa, I had a map on my phone of where I was on the track and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. But yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna call the stream. It's almost 11 at night. We've been on here for 2:46, almost 2:47. So yeah, let me turn this over. All right. So I'd like to thank you all for being here. Railfan Roger, I'm sorry. I'll have to catch you next time. I'm gonna go to bed soon. Actually, I got a big day tomorrow at work. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. Nikki's downstairs, just tuning in, being a mod. I'd like to thank my other mods for being here tonight. Um, Great stream as always. Had some technical difficulties before, but that's it's all part of the fun games of this. But yeah, thank you all so much. Stay tuned. I've got a bunch of things coming out. I've got like 4 videos in editing at the moment. I've got the Union Canal video. It's finally done rendering the footage that I had to get from the uh, the Zion app. Had to download everything. It's all here. So that's going to be up soon, probably this Saturday or so. I've got Strasbourg videos coming out. I've got the Mappa video coming out. That's the first video for this week. I probably will not have a Knicks review this week just because I'm so busy with some work stuff and also just editing everything else. So I want to get those videos off of this thing before, you never know. It could, I could lose my phone. I lose X hours, maybe even 100 hours worth of footage. But thank you all so much for being here. Stay tuned. I've got some awesome stuff planned with other channels as well, doing meet and greets. And like I know we're going to Horseshoe Curve, which I'm really excited about. It's off my it's gonna be off my bucket list type of thing. And also the Railroad Heritage Museum that's out there. But thank you all so much. Have a great night. Have a great week. Happy Monday-Runday. Almost turn into Monday or Runday Tuesday if I keep this up. But thank you all. Hope to see you in future streams, adventures, and videos. Have a great night.